Should you buy a fixed indexed annuity? Let's start by defining an annuity. It's an investment wrapped inside an insurance policy. Thomas Jefferson said we should separate church and state. I say we should separate investments and insurance. Now I'm going to separate from this Thomas Jefferson wig. Let's go a little deeper. You hear me talk about the three parts of a diversified portfolio: cash, bonds, which are actually fixed income, and stocks. Well, annuities fall into the fixed income category. Many portfolios are 60-40, meaning 60% is in the market and 40% is in fixed income. In this scenario, it's okay to have 10 or 20% in an annuity, but never 100% of your account. Fixed indexed annuities are tied to a specific index, but subject to a cap. Let me explain. The S&P is the most common index used, and the cap rates are between 3 and 7%. Now, these cap rates set a maximum yearly gain for your annuity. You will see the significant drawbacks of caps as I move on. Our example, you buy a 10-year fixed indexed annuity with a 5% cap. Earnings are calculated each year based on the S&P's performance. Now you have three outcomes. If the S&P earns more than 5%, you're capped and only earn 5%. If the S&P earns less than 5%, you get what the S&P earns. If the S&P is negative, you don't lose and you get a 0. Remember this guy, the annuity hunter? He looks for grocery employees like he's looking for deer. Actually 7-pointers, because he earns a 7% commission on every dollar you invest with him. Back to earning a 0 for negative years. This is how non-fiduciary salesmen and annuity hunters scare you into buying. They say you can't lose money, which is true, but you can't take advantage of the good years in the market because of the cap. So your upside is limited. In my previous video, I mentioned great funds and the market have 2 to 3 slow years out of every 10. Let me show you our example, a 10-year fixed annuity with the 5% cap, and what would have happened if you actually purchased this. You see, there are 2 negative years where you would have actually received the 0, 2018 and 2022. There was 1 year that you would have earned exactly what the S&P did. In 2015, you would have earned a little bit more than 1%. The other 7 years, you were capped at 5% because the market did much better than 5%. This is the drawback of the cap, not participating in the up years. Now you see, the S&P significantly outperformed the fixed indexed annuity, as it should, but we don't compare annuities to the S&P. We compare annuities to fixed income, which are compared to bonds, which averaged 5% during that time, significantly more than the fixed indexed annuity. If you were fixated by this video, please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends and family. If you're fixing to chat about this video, enter into your browser chatwithsac.com.